And it is indeed, it's showtime. Good evening. It is 10 o'clock. It is Friday night. It is another messing people about time for the show. But you know what? It's British Wrestling Radio. And we have a great day. All you can hear me fine in our chat room. And everything. So first of all, right, let's see if he's about. What I'm going to do now, guys, is we're going to get our special, very, very special co-host for the evening, Mr. Michael Finney, in here right now when he decides to ring. Good evening, Mr. Finney.
Hiya.
Welcome to British Wrestling Radio. You are officially the co-host for one evening.
Awesome.
Everything all right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
For those,
a little bit scared
nervous.
like, but
don't worry.
You know.
We're all friendly here. We are all friendly. Very simply, Nixie's not here tonight because she's gone to a rock concert. She's gone to see Alter Bridge and Shinedown, which is personally a good thing, but it's a little way of doing things, I suppose, and stuff. Yeah. And but it gives us a chance to talk about a certain person. And if people keep me. If people keep messaging me through thing when I'm on a show, it does make me hard, isn't it? I ain't got my phone with me, so I can't reply to messages tonight. So we'll have to see how we go with that one. Oh, you won't believe the messages we get through the shows. You get people saying, can I ring in, and all that. But anyway.
Quite a lot.
Right. For those who don't know, this gentleman has started a petition. Now, the petition is something that's close to every single British wrestling fan out there. It's to get our very own Davey Boy Smith in the WWE Hall of Fame. Is that right?
Yep.
How did it all start?
Well, it was. It was in. I think it was about May time. Something like that. It was just a. Idea and I just didn't know how massive it would actually be. It came from like 7 signatures up to loads, you know. So it is massive.
Yeah, it's You think that all of a sudden some people don't know about it, and then all of a sudden another person sees it, and then another one, and another one, and it just snowballs into a massive. How many signatures have you got at the moment?
Oh gosh, quite a lot. I think it's over. Let me check. I'm sorry, I should have checked ages ago.
I think it's over 13. Last time I looked, it was 1,302. Last time I saw
something like that. Yeah.
So,
it is massive.
Yeah. So have you been a wrestling fan all your life then, or just Davey Boy Smith in particular?
I have since I was 9, which was like a long ago kind of thing, you know. I was seeing the arts and that, and just seeing them was, it was huge, you know. It's just their skills and that, and stuff like that.
And you just decided, wow, this is for me. You decided
kind of thing. Yeah.
I think I remember, I can go back, because of my age and stuff, I don't know whether I was privileged. I say I'm 44. I'm 44 years old. So I remember watching World of Sport days in the 70s and seeing this scrawny little kid. Well, I call him scrawny now, but when in 1974, 75, in the late 70s and stuff like that, when you see a 15-year-old kid who should be at school and he's wrestling, and you think...
I know, it's amazing.
And you're going, hold on a minute. And you look at him, and he's taking on people like Jim Breaks, and he's going Giant Haystacks.
Yeah.
And he's going all this, and he's going, oh, and welcome from Warrington, young David. And you're like, young David. And all of a sudden, my mum got behind him, and my dad, and everything like that. And they're just saying, he goes, he's at school. He's never shaved in his life. And they were just blown away at how skinny this kid is.
Yeah.
And then fast forward it 20 years. British Bulldog, SummerSlam 1991. the first wrestling, well, 86.
Yeah.
And it came on the ITV schedule, which people call killed British wrestling on the TV to decide to put the WWF on it. And the British Bulldogs were on. And all of a sudden, he said the name Davey Boy Smith and put 2 and 2 together. And I just went, Mom, do you remember that scrawny little kid you saw wrestling about 10 years ago? And she went, yeah. I said, he's there. And she went, bloody hell, he ain't scrawny now, is he? And I went, no, he's been eating his greens, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, he was massive. Blimey, he was massive.
I think when you look at the peak of the Bulldogs physique, I mean, everybody goes to the early 90s when he used to do the spread and with the big Union Jack. And you just saw the muscles and everything. And then when you get to the late 90s, how he slimmed down and he lost weight. He lost weight, but he still had that power about him. And
exactly, yeah. I mean,
so if people tonight think it's going to be all about the Bulldogs, sorry, but this is this gentleman has worked his backside off. He's been tweeting, messaging, doing anything he can to get people to sign it. You've done WWE, haven't you? You've done you've done the TNA guys. I have,
yeah.
Have you done the Ring of Honor? Is the Ring of Honor done, and all these other guys that's keeping going?
Yep. Everywhere, so yeah.
So
it's mental.
So it's very simply. Oh, we've just had in the chat room. You've got 2 more signatures, so there you go.
Oh, awesome!
It's but it's just the thing that when I started British Wrestling Radio in 2011, and somebody said to me, "Who's your inspiration?" And I said, "But David." And I'm so rubbish at computers, and I did this little picture, and on one side it had a Facebook symbol, another one it had a Twitter, and in between it said British Wrestling Radio, blah blah blah, and it's this time of the night. And you looked, and it was just Dave, and it was British Bulldog with his Intercontinental belt around him, and that was the only picture we had. There was no one else, and all of a sudden people started putting it all over the thing, and it just started putting all over the stuff, and it just came about, and everybody started to realize how much I love the Bulldog and stuff. On the 10th anniversary of his passing, we did a show which we had about all these different people join us. We had Guy from America come in, and one of these side of things. We had all these fans and everything, and all of a sudden, what started off as a 2-hour podcast, a 2-hour show, turned into a 3.5 hour. And we just covered as much as we can. And I said at the end of it, I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with it at all because it's not the one that I wanted to do, and it didn't feel right. But tonight it's just a chance to redeem it. And the petition, it keeps going. We want to get. I think the least we can get is 2,000 easily.
Oh, easy, man.
Easy. Yeah. And that'll shove Vince McMahon up his ass. I think. When we had Dinah Hart on a few weeks ago, on the 24-hour show, and she was saying that she went up to Vince and she says, "When are you going to put Davey in the Hall of Fame?" And he just said, "Oh well," and he tried to make an excuse and he left, but she went straight for him because, "When are you putting Davey Boy in the Hall of Fame?" Everything is like saying, "When is it going to happen?" Would you accept? Right, there's a few things that people have said about, maybe he'll go in as part of this and this. Would you accept him on his own or as a part of a faction?
NA, you know. I mean, he's done a lot though as a solo. So he was like the Hulk Hogan in England. So NA.
Right. So I think everybody was saying that if we ever got WrestleMania over here, which is it's like you'll see a pig fly before I think you'll see WrestleMania over here. To be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This I think somebody said to me, "What would you like the Bulldog in?" And would it either be would it be part on his own or the Bulldogs? My personal favorite is I would love the British Bulldogs as a tag team and stuff, and that was the ones that did the breakthrough. Warrior One has just come up with a cracking chat in our son. He's just said he doesn't mean to be rude, but he was more successful as a singles wrestler than a tag wrestler.
Yeah.
But I suppose the British Bulldogs as a team in the Hall of Fame would be okay. it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? But the problem is, would Dynamite Kid agree to going in the Hall of Fame?
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, with the Hart Foundation, people's talking about he'll go in as part of the Hart Foundation. But there's two Hart Foundations for people. There's just Bret and Jim.
And Jim Neidhart, yeah.
Or there's a Hart Foundation faction with Owen. But if you put the faction in, you take away all the arguments. Like you'd put Pillman in, you'd put Owen be in, Anvil would be in, Bulldog would be
exactly,
in.
Yeah.
And stuff. And I think that I'm like you. I don't care how he goes in, as long as he goes in.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Because
I agree, yeah.
I think somebody said it. We went to a wrestling show last weekend, and somebody says, "Do you realise?" He says, after Christmas and the Royal Rumble, when they start these nominations, he said, "Do you realise?" He says, "We know for a fact the day it happens," and he says, "It will happen." He says, "If they put Coco Beware in the Hall of Fame, they've got to put bloody Davey Boy Smith in."
Oh, they got to, yeah.
I mean, you look at all the names that's in the Hall of Fame, and you've got Coco Beware, and you've got Pete Rose, you got Drew Carey, and Mike Tyson,
Sonny too. You know.
Well, Sonny was the first diva, so it was.
True.
So
true,
she was the first one.
Yeah.
But it's Owen's wife, Warrior. Our chat room. Owen's wife has chilled now. She's chilled out with Owen and everything like that. So.
Is she? Oh, good.
Yeah,
good.
she's chilled out with the with WWE at the moment. So the lawsuit and everything has chilled out as much now. So there is trying to talk about doing an Owen DVD now. So
that'd be awesome, man. Yeah.
I want a Bulldog DVD. Bugger the Hart Foundations. Bugger everything. I just want a Bulldog DVD.
The British Bulldog, yeah.
Could you imagine the matches? I mean, if you had to pick 5 matches on there, that would have to be on that DVD. To pick 5, it's just like, oh, hold on a minute, you're kidding. And you look back at all the matches he had with the Bulldogs, and then you had it with the Hart Foundations, and you had it on his own, and all that lot. I mean, SummerSlam 92, everybody would pick that as
amazing match. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But I like the ones when you had with Shawn Michaels in your house, when it was Beware of the Dog, and when he was a heel character.
Yeah.
So it showed a different side of Davey that we never saw before. I mean, I must admit, I dropped my food on the floor when he turned heel. I will never forget that as long as I live. When he turned heel on Diesel, I went, "No way! You can't turn the Bulldog heel! What the heck?" And then he cut all his hair.
Mad.
And when he cut his hair off, it was like, "What the heck?" And but Bulldog, Winter's Layers just said it best in our chat room. Bulldog is going to be remembered for one line from WCW when the Shockmaster fell through the wall, and you heard David go, "He fell on his ass." And you heard the Bulldog go, "He fell on his ass," in his broad Lancashire accent that people still couldn't get and everything. Did you ever see Davey Boy live then? Or
I did once. I think it was. Let me see. I think it was London. I seen him, and I tell you, the size of him was amazing. I mean, he was massive. I mean, the muscles and blimey. I mean, he was huge. I tell you.
I think when you look back, and especially with the British fans, I mean, when you look at Nigel McGuinness and you look at all the other British guys that have come through, everybody says Davey Boy, and they've never got a bad word about him. We know some of the situations he had with the painkillers and the rehab and all that, and we get into you get all that with all the wrestlers and stuff. But at the end of the day, when you walk through that curtain, it just seemed as though your heart missed a beat when you heard Rule Britannia, or you heard the Bulldog, that thing that passed for the Bulldog theme towards the end when it was a Bulldog barking. I'm like, what have they done? The Bulldog and the Attitude Era. The Bulldog and the Attitude Era didn't fit somehow.
No, it did suck,
When you saw him with the Mean Street Posse, it was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, exactly,
But
I
think so. The page on Facebook is going well. Is that right?
Yeah, it's going mint. Everybody in the group is. I mean, they are awesome. They really are.
You've got some very famous admins, haven't you?
Yeah, quite a few. But everybody. I mean, they are doing mint. You know, I mean, they are all. You know, I've got their heart into this.
Yeah.
You know,
so I mean, you guys, you don't believe how much this guy works at this thing. He's absolutely
every day.
He's every single day.
Every single day.
I think when some people are born to do something, I think this kid at the end of this microphone, he's just amazing for what he's done.
Oh,
so
thanks.
far. It's it's true. It's when you see it, and I'm like, oh, look at this, the British Bulldog. Oh, I'm getting in this. And because, I mean, everybody knows what we're like on here, the British Wrestling Radio and stuff, and you look at it and they're going, oh, this is Dino's cup of tea, this is Dino's straight away. And I'm like, well, what have I done? And they said, no, Bulldog, it fits and everything. So I think somebody said they went about a seminar over here to celebrate the life of British Bulldog, and I had the nicest compliment penned. Where one of the people listening to the show, Neil Malone, who lives in Scotland, and he said... And he said to Georgia Smith was saying that they want to get a seminar and have something in the evening and have a celebration of Davey's life. And he said, if you're looking for someone to compare it, there is only one person I know that would compare it. And he says, and that's Dean Mitchell from British Wrestling Radio. And Georgia Smith's never heard of me. And she says, why'd you say that name? And Neil says, if you listen to one of his shows, he says he worships the ground that this guy walked on. And I did. I must admit, I'm still a big kid when it comes to the Bulldog. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, when you look at all the guys like Wade Barrett and you look at the British guys that are coming through now, and you look and you're going, yeah, okay, but they all said the same name. They say, Davey Boy Smith inspired me to do this. Davey Boy Smith inspired me. And the WWF, no disrespect to any other British wrestler, there hasn't been another one that scaled the heights that the Bulldog has. I mean, if it wasn't for the Bulldog, the WWF or WWE now wouldn't be over here as big as it is.
Exactly.
It was only the reason that they marketed Davey Boy Smith and said, look, here's your British Bulldog. Here is your British superstar. You've got your own British superstar. And they sold tickets in 1990 at the UK Rampage, UK Rampage 91 and all that stuff, just on that alone. And I think, I lost count how many times I saw him. I think the first time I saw Davey Boy Smith, Sheffield Arena, 1991. And I think it was versus the Barbarian. It was the Barbarian. And we had that, and when he used to take the Barbarian and the Warlord and stuff, and he had the long dreadlocks, and I always loved the fact he was just have this little elastic band at the top of his head, because he didn't have his hair. He didn't grow the front of his hair that long. He had this little fringe, and he had to have this little elastic band that stuck up. And I'm like, what are you doing? And I went, oh, because he's got all these dreadlocks, and he had this little elastic band at the top of his head. And I'm like, oh, fair enough. It keeps the hair out of his eyes. Must have been a bugger to put his hair together. It had to be crazy to see him put all the bunny and everything like that. But it's I think tonight has been, we're going to cover, there's a lot of things we've got to cover. And I've got to cover some other things with wrestling and stuff. Yeah. Where are you going next week? It's Iron Fist Wrestling in Hereford, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I'm a little bit, a little bit scared kind of thing, because it's a strange place, so but it'll be awesome. Yeah, really will be, Yeah,
because of a certain person's going to be there, isn't she?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For those that don't know, Georgia Smith's going to be there next week. She's also at York Bethnal Green tomorrow with Bret, and she's having a weekend with Bret this weekend. Harry was supposed to be coming over at the end of the month, and he can't now, so he's had to cancel the PCW event on the 31st of October, the Fright Night. That's had to be put on the back burner for a bit, so he'll be over again very soon. But if you look at it, I think I think next week, Iron Fist Wrestling Hereford. There you go, 2 plugs. There you go, Iron Fist Wrestling in Hereford next week. So on
the 20, I think it's on the 26th.
Yeah,
something like that anyway. Yeah.
So I think they that next week, and then also on the 27th, you've got the one I'm going to, which is Southside Wrestling. 3rd anniversary show presents Endgame, which I went to Southside Wrestling last week, and for those who don't know, I mean, if you've not been to Southside before, Southside's one of the top companies in the British Isles at the moment. Stevenage, they packed this massive theatre that they had in Stevenage. There must have been at least 300-400 people there.
Wow, massive, yeah.
And they had Davey Richards from Ring of Honor, the Pope, Elijah Burke from WWE TNA, Cashier was there, Ultimo Dragon from the old WCW, WWE days, and we had Michael Eglin as well, and it was just an amazing evening. Top class wrestling. If anyone gets a chance to see, we had the main event, which was Project Ego, which is Chris Travis, Sheffield Wednesday fan. Oh, yeah. I have to do that. Every time I said, there's a thing with this show, is every time I say Chris Travis, I go, Sheffield Wednesday fan. Oh, yeah. And he's a laugh. And you had Chris Travis, you had Martin Kirby, Ego Dragon, taking on Michael Eglin and David Richards, the unbreakable effing Wolves. And the funniest thing was, I mean, and if you was there and you saw it, I was laughing my head off. I mean, I was sat with the guys from Brit Rest Chat, which is another great podcast. They're great to get along with, and they were hilarious. And we had this, and we're starting the match, and Chris Travis jumped out of the ring. As he put his foot on the floor, he slipped. He just literally, his foot went in the air, and he slipped.
Oh, no.
And we just went... I mean, what the heck's happened there? Next thing we see is Chris Travis running up this staircase, and he's gone to the top, and we're like, where's he going? He comes back down with this big, massive cone that says wet floor, puts it on the floor, and goes, look, you see? Wet floor. The whole place just erupts, just laughing his head off, and he's supposed to be a bad guy at this, and he goes, see that? Wet floor. And I said to him this week on Twitter, and I said, hey, Chris, where there's a blame, there's a claim. And he's like, yep, true that, true. There wasn't a ball out there. So that was everything. And tomorrow, we've got to say a big happy birthday to K-Star Wrestling over in Birmingham. They're 15 years old tomorrow. Having a great card on tomorrow in Birmingham. Check it out on Facebook, facebook.com/K-Star Wrestling. And one chat we might go. Excuse me. And I'm nice and warm in my room. It's not too bad in here at the moment. It makes a change. We've had these things and everything for the last thing. Nixie, if you don't know, Nixie's not here. She decided to have a week off again. And she's gone to a rock concert, so she can on everything. And also, we'd like to announce now on British Wrestling Radio, 2014 is only 2 months away. Well, 2 and a bit months to be exact. And on end of February, there is the ultimate British Wrestling Radio Weekender. And what it is, we got this done. And me and Nixie's planned this, and we thought, this is going to be the best weekend we've ever done. And the more people that come, the happier we'll be. And if you just come and say hello, we're not bothered. We'll say hello back and hug you and everything, expect free drinks off you, and sponge you to the max. Very simply, on February the 28th, we're going to go to Preston. We're going all the way to Preston from London, and we're going to go up there and watch PCW's show, which has not been announced yet. So we're going to wait out for the announcements, but we're going. Then, stopping the night over in Preston, which we might do a British Wrestling Radio podcast or a show in the hotel room, like we should have done this year, but it didn't work for some reason. So we and then the next day, come back down to London and have a little party and get together with people that have not been able to go to Preston. Then I'm going to go home and everything. And then the next day, go to Nottingham for Southside Wrestling's Super Show, which is 2 shows in one day. So they've got all these stuff planned for the Super Shows on March the 2nd. So February 28th, Preston, 31st of February, London, and the 2nd of March. And the 2nd of March is in Nottingham. So the BWR tour the takeover tour is happening. So you might see that. And anyone knows, on the Saturday, we might even come down to Kent and take over the Takeover radio show. So we've got a friend of ours that does a radio show, the Takeover. I understand you did something with it last week, Michael.
Well, the host
Ross, yeah,
of the show, he was he was saying some nice stuff about me and stuff like that. So yeah,
he's a
it was awesome. He is, yeah,
He's a good lad, Ross.
Yeah.
It's me, he says in that chat room. Right. And but if you want to join us, guys, that's more than likely. But the event has been created, so you don't have to come to everything with us, but you can just come to one of them and everything. But I think we're going to do a great time. It's going to be an amazing time for everybody, and I hope more people can join us. Me and Pixie, not me and Pixie, sorry, me and Nixie. And then also I've just been told that ICW is going to have another show at the end of March, which I promise by the end of 2014, I will have seen ICW. I promise. That is one of the things for next year. Have you heard of ICW in Scotland, Michael?
No.
Well,
I'm afraid not now.
ICW stands for Insane Championship Wrestling.
Oh, really? Wow.
And it makes... And then this is going to please Pixie. Pixie is very simply one of the greatest fans ever of ICW. And they make ECW look like a children's kindergarten.
No way. Blimey.
Hold on, right. Hold on a minute.
Wow.
Hold on a sec. Right. I'm going to get somebody in who you might just want to see, and let's see if she's on.
Okay.
Right, let's see if she's on. And if she is, she's on. Right. Now, normally her Skype goes a bit funny.
Okay.
But if she sounds like a Dalek, don't worry about it. It's nothing to do with us. It's her Skype. Pixie,
okay.
Yeah. No, not yet.
No.
Hold on. Waiting for her to answer it. But this is Pixie, who's this ICW super fan. And when she decides to answer...
Hello.
You there? Pixie?
Hello?
No, she's got it's a Dalek. It's Pixie's Skype. She sounds like a Dalek on a Skype for some reason.
Bless her.
So sorry, Pixie.
Yeah.
It's your Skype. So reinstall your Skype. We wonder what was up. It's your Skype, love. Sorry. It's every time we've had Pixie on, she sounds like a Dalek. So it's all right. Terminate. Try again. Hold on, right. Let's try again.
Okay.
She's great. She's absolutely mental, but she's lovable at the same time.
Hello.
She's great. Hello, Pixie.
Hello.
Sorry, Pix, we've got to get rid of you. She's done it, the Daleks.
She's gone.
Yeah.
Well,
dear. Sorry, Pixie, sweetheart. When we go, I promise you, next week we'll have the build-ups and everything, and you can have a full half hour next week. Don't worry about it. You'll have a full half hour next week. Pixie, don't do that to me, please. You'll have a full half hour next week. I'll give you half hour of the show next week. Pixie, live on here. We'll give it a full half hour. There we go. There you go, and then it should be okay. Now, ICW, very simply, is amazing because they've had Sabu, they've had Rhino, and they've got these guys called Jack Jester, Kaylee Ray, Carmel Jacob. They've got Mikey Whiplash. How could I forget them?
Rami, yeah.
No, Pixie, save them for next week, sweetheart. Save your announcements for next week. I'd rather you say the announcements because you are Miss ICW. Or to choose my French here, you are Miss IC fucking W. So I sworn I do apologise. Jester is the champion, Jack Jester. Honest to God, it is crazy.
Wow.
If you look at it on YouTube, and Insane Championship,
I will do.
It's amazing.
Wow. Yeah.
So it is one of the greatest things. They had trouble with the TV channel about a couple of years, just over 18 months ago, and it wasn't their fault. But they are off the wall. when you have a tag team and they come from your mother's back passage, that's how they get announced. It's like coming all the way from your mother's back passage.
Wow, gosh.
Boys.
Wow, they mental. Wow.
Honest, they are off the wall. Honestly, God, ICW is mental case. And
wow.
Need links. But thanks to everybody in our chat room who's joining us at bwrradio.com. And Rhino, this is what she says. Rhino said that ECW was a place he held dear to his heart, but ICW is the future. Oh my word! And you can't get better an endorsement than that from Rhino. But I'm gonna get the DVD of Rhino now. I'm gonna buy it off PCW, and then everybody can. I'm gonna watch this PCW one and go, "Oh my King God!" There we go. I apologize for swearing. I'm trying to be on my best behavior. I'm trying to be on my best behavior here tonight. I really am. People in our chat room know me too well for the swearing and the rants and go off me roll. But is there anything of today's wrestling you watch, or you just stay with the? Are you just too busy with the Bulldog stuff?
I am, yeah. You know, I'm always on the internet and just asking people to sign and stuff like that. You know.
Have you been banned from anywhere yet?
I haven't yet, no. But there's always, you know, the future. So
you've not been tagged as a stalker. Have been nothing like that.
Nah.
No, the reason I said that is that somebody was used to pitch promote us, and all of a sudden he was promoting us everywhere, and all of a sudden he got banned off Facebook for 2 days, and it's because I've been spamming too much, and I'm like, oh, behave, don't do that to yourself, mate.
Nah, mate.
But no, it's it is an amazing thing you're doing. Everybody. I'm soon as this I've done this website in pink at the moment is for Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah.
So that's the way I've done it. Is on November the 1st, or straight as when I'm getting those on our homepage. The link to the petition will be there forever. It is not going to come off. It is not going to come off. It is going to stay there.
Awesome.
In fact, screw November 1st. I'm going to put it up tonight. I'll do the shows. It will be up there tonight. It'll be on our website. It will also be pinned at the top of the British Wrestling Radio Facebook page, so you can sign it there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
it is exactly what Winter's Lair has just said in our chat room. It is staying there until the Bulldog is in.
The Hall of Fame, definitely.
It is not going to go. It will stay there.
Oh, cheers, thanks.
And that's just from us. I mean, we can only do what help, but we can only. But it's going to be there. We're going to stay. It's going to stay on our page. It's going to stay everywhere we can. Anything we can do to help, you don't even have to ask. Just let me know, and bang, it's done.
Oh,
that's the thing.
You.
It's not called British Wrestling Radio for nothing.
Yeah.
If we can't get this guy in the Hall of Fame, we can't do it. If we can't do it for this guy, we can't do it for anything.
Yeah.
And I understand you watched the video and it was very emotional. The one I posted you.
Oh yeah. It was mint, man. I mean, it was awesome.
Well, imagine this. When we did the tribute show, just nearly 18 months ago now.
Yeah.
We my producer at the time, a guy called Daniel, and he said, I'm going to do anything I can find on the Bulldog. And he found all these videos, and he found every theme from WWE, WCW, WWF. He found everything. And he found a whole lot. And he said, there's a video here I'm putting on. And he showed it, and he wouldn't show it me. And I said, come on, let me see it. And he goes, no, you're not seeing it until it's done. And then 5-10 minutes before the start of the show, he plays it.
Yeah.
Now, if you listen back to the British Bulldog show, and if you listen back to the first 10 minutes, all you hear is me going, welcome to British Wrestling, welcome to British, oh God. And it got me so bad, I just went, and I had tears down my eyes, I was bawling my eyes out. It is the one video I beg every single British Bulldog fan to watch. The music is default, the memory will never die. That's the song. But the music, and if you ever wants to know where you've heard that music before, it was used at the end of WrestleMania 23. And it's just one of these videos just hit your heart, and it hit inside, and it's like, wow. And the kid that did it, fair play to him. An amazing, amazing video. And
it was amazing, yeah.
full play to him. But you're getting all the stuff on your page now. I mean, have we got any famous guys from the WWE that have signed your petition at the moment?
Let me see. I'm trying to think now. Not really. No. No. I know quite a lot of all superstars has kind of shared it and that, but
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, that's cool.
Is that all so far anyway?
Well, they're getting it out there.
Yeah.
And everybody seems to know about it and stuff.
Yeah.
But, it's just, I mean, with the Bulldog and stuff, and I think when you look at all this, if you had to pick, I mean, right, here's a question for you, Mr. Bulldog fan. This is a good one. You can't have SummerSlam 92.
Right.
Right? What's the best match Davey Boy did?
Oh no!
You cannot have SummerSlam 92.
Oh,
you cannot
no.
have it. But I mean, this is the thing that I've always done it with, and everybody goes to me, "Oh, yo, you can't have the Bulldog. You can't have SummerSlam 92."
Yeah. Let me think here. Oh God. Oh man.
You've got to be prepared on this show. You got to get going. I mean, prepared. Me. You're kidding. I don't even write notes down and nothing in my front of me. I've got nothing. This is all off the wing. Ollie in our chat room says Bulldog HBK. Which one though? Was it like in your house or was it the Intercontinental one?
Yeah.
That is. If you had to pick one, that is the thing.
Oh man, I'm trying to think. Oh man. No, this is hard.
It is. It's hard. I mean, don't worry about it. It is a tough one when you take the SummerSlam out of there because of all the matches. Personally, if I had to pick one, it would be Bulldog versus Owen Hart for the European title on Raw when he was in Berlin.
I agree. Yeah. Against Owen. Yeah.
I bet Owen when it was the first European champion was crowned.
Yeah.
I loved that match when it was them two going at it.
I remember that well. Yeah.
So I mean, when Bulldog versus Bret in your house, when Bulldog was split, when Bret was split open.
Oh, I know.
There is some. Which do you prefer? Which do you think Davey Boys had the better matches at? Did you have him as a heel or did you have him as a face? Now this is the big one because if we've just said some matches when he was heels and we've also had some matches when he was face, and it just depends. I loved him as a face. I loved him coming down to Rule Britannia and the big Union chair on his back, the trunks, and everything about it. But I also loved him when he was part of the Hart Foundation, and he was also there. I mean, the storyline with Hart Foundation, Ken Shamrock match, SummerSlam, and all these other great matches he had. It's a travesty they didn't put the belt on him.
It is a shame, yeah. I mean, he did all sorts, you know, and about him not being the champ. I mean, it's pretty sad, you know. But
it bugs me that Vince won't put the belt on a Brit. There's William Regal.
I kind of noticed that. Yeah.
There's William Regal. There's William Regal out there, and there's all these other great guys. I mean, everybody says, "Oh yeah, you've got to call Sheamus." Sheamus was born in Dublin, and the last time I looked on the map, Dublin is part of Ireland, which is not connected to the British Isles. It is its own separate. So, I think the Bulldog, and when he said he came back and he wanted to be the WWF champion, and they never did. If we didn't care if it was for one day, I'd have took one match just for him to raise his hand and go, yeah, he's the WWF champion, which it did happen because he won, but then he got the disqualification with Gorilla Monsoon. Do you remember when he took on HBK in the 90s? He was classed as the champion, but it was like a Dolph Ziggler one. It was crap.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael, this is from Darren in our chat room. I think hey, Michael, you could have Davey versus Warlord. It's Darren. I think it's one of your admin mates.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know him well. Big time.
Yeah, he's called. That's Darren. That's Darren, who was one of the also admins from the Team DBS. I'll call it Team D.
Yeah.
What do you prefer, the British Bulldog Hall of Fame or the Team DBS?
NA. Yeah, you know.
Oh, as long as it's got Davey Boy Smith in, this guy does not care. And am I right? This is your first ever interview on the radio.
It is actually, yeah. That's why I'm a little bit shy on that.
You are doing an amazing job, guys. Everybody tell him this kid is doing an amazing job. It's his first one. He's
thank you.
Doing awesome. And he can't get more laid back than this show. I'm telling you straight.
I love it. I do. I'm loving it.
Is it like we said before? You've got Iron Fist Wrestling in Hereford next week. Is there any other wrestling promotions that have, in the British side of things, gotten back to you at a point about things?
Not really. No. It's just that show. On the 20s, is it the 26th?
Yeah, 26th.
I think it is it? Yeah, so, you know.
Well, I've got a surprise for you, because I'm going to Sheffield at the end of November, and I'm going to go to Elite British Wrestling and on their show at the end of November.
Really?
And I'm going to go into there, and it's in Sheffield's town centre anyway. It's in the centre of Sheffield. And I'm going to go there, and I'm going to see if we can do something and everything with the Bulldog for you. And
yeah.
And get that going. There is loads of British wrestling things that everybody loves about Davey Boy Smith, don't get me wrong. And I think the win with this South Side, I mean, Elite British Wrestling are great. They let me in a Rumble, for God's sake. They let me in a Rumble this year.
Really?
So,
wow.
3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes of wrestler. And to coin a phrase, you could have smacked me in the mouth with the cricket and I'd have still been smiling.
Wow.
With Mike, whoop whoop Sheffield. But yeah, Elite British Wrestling have their Winter Wars at the end of November, and I'll see if we can get something involved and get David Boy Smith petition and everything.
Oh, cheers, yeah.
And go, you never know, you might even want to come up, because it's not too far from Mansfield, is it?
It's not, no.
So it's only a cheap night as well. It's only about £7 for the ticket. There you go, Andrew. There you go, Danielle. I'm plugging your show again for you. That day just said to me out of the blue, we did the 24-hour show, and out of the blue they just said, "How'd you fancy being in our Royal Rumble?" And I went, "What?" And I said, "I've never been in a ring in my life." And they went, "Don't worry about it, you'll be fine." I shat myself. I'm not kidding.
I would too. Yeah.
Shitting myself. And it was just one of these things. You just sit there, and next minute, all of a sudden, number 38, all the way from British Wrestling Radio, Dean, and I went, "Oh my God!" And I was shaking. Everybody's seen the video on YouTube. Everybody's seen it all over the place. Biggest smile ever on my face. I look like Dolph Ziggler because I had long blonde hair in them, dude. And just go, but I'm amazing. And all I could do was think of going, "Yeah, this is cool. This is really cool."
Oh yeah,
just to throw somebody out.
Spotlight.
Spotlight, you could have knocked me over with a feather. I think the best thing is throwing out one of the guys out from the Rumble, and then I got thrown out myself. But I just,
I was
like, curses! I could have been champion. I could have been the title. I could have had the title, bitches. I could have been mine. Elite British Wrestling would have been mine, you bitches. But I'm glad in a way, because the one guy that won it, he picked a 9-man match, 60 minutes.
He did? Oh, man, mate.
I couldn't last 60 bleeding seconds, never mind.
I couldn't have, I'd be like, see ya, kind of thing, so.
So why did you pick, right, we'll get back to the Bulldog and think.
Okay.
Well, how did it all come about? I mean, when we said about how did it start and everything like that, was it just this thing that you just thought, how do I get it going, Facebook, stuff like that, and did you just go with it and just try to get as many people as you could get?
It's all right, my fingers playing on my mic. It was just like a idea, and it just got like massive, and stuff like that. So and like I said, I've been on the internet and asking people to sign and that, You know, so yeah.
How many hours a day, roughly, are you spending promoting this thing?
Oh, the truth. Oh, around about 6 hours.
6 hours a day. 6 hours
Yeah,
a day.
yeah. I mean, I'm always on the internet and that, so you know.
So you always go finding new places and stuff and things.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, you know. So
I'll see if I can get in contact with the guys at EBW. And
excellent. Yeah.
then we'll do that, and then we'll get you through.
Brilliant.
And then there's other guys as well. There's loads of British wrestling companies out there. There's loads of them that would more than too gladly to be out and do that and stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Preston and stuff like that, and Southside, and all our Future Shock and stuff. All the Future Northwest is full of it. Future Shock Wrestling and all the other bits and bobs and stuff. I mean, if Preston City Wrestling are having Harry on, they were having Harry at the end of this month, and I'm sure they're going to have Harry again at some point in the future, then I think it's only too fair that they do something like that. Promote. I mean, I don't know exactly how Steve Flutter would react, but I'm sure he would not too glad to be happy if you catch him on a good day, that is.
Yeah.
Which is very rarely, because he stresses out completely. It's like we said last week, Southside Wrestling had their thing on Sunday. They had T-Bone versus Dean Allmark. And they also had the Predators versus Robbie X and Johnny Storm, which Robbie X and Johnny Storm won. We also had Kashibe versus Zack Sabre Jr., which Zack won. Ultimo Dragon and Mark Haskins versus Styx and Max Angeles. Now, this one was a bit of a umdinger, because three of the people are involved in the main event that's happening next week at Southside, the co-main event. Haskins versus Styx versus Max Angeles for the Southside title. And he asked Angeles and Styx to join forces to take on Haskins and the Ultimo Dragon, which was great tag match, great fun. Kids loved it. The parents loved it. I loved it. It was great to see. Mark Haskins was showing off his Hot Dog Haskins t-shirts. Now, there's a story behind this, Michael. There's a very, very funny story.
Okay.
And if you've been listening to BWR a lot, you've heard this story before.
Okay.
A few weeks ago, at a Nottingham show for Southside, there was a kid in the audience, and I'm trying not to laugh here because it's really, really funny. There's a kid went to the counter with his mom, and he got a hot dog. And Mark Haskins came out. And Mark Haskins is one of these, if you just slightly put your hand out, he will slap it. He will slap your hands, and he bang, 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 bang. You know where this is going, don't you? So this kid's got this hot dog, and Mark didn't see the hot dog. And all of a sudden, he slapped this kid's hand. The hot dog went way up in the air, hit the deck, and this kid went, "My hot dog's gone. My hot dog's gone." His mother flipped out, completely hit the roof.
Oh, God.
Mark Haskins tried to apologize and go, "Look, I'm really sorry for what I've done and everything. You knocked a hot dog out of my son's hands. You did this, no, that, blah, blah, blah." Went absolutely schizo. The whole place just went mental, laughing their heads off. And Mark Haskins had to do a match afterwards. And all of a sudden, the next day in Huntingdon, we were all chanting Hot Dog Haskins. And before we knew it, he's took this and he's done these great T-shirts, these red T-shirts with a hot dog on it, and gone Hot Dog Haskins. Mark Haskins has got to be, he's got to be one of the best things I've ever seen for his merchandise, because he's got these things that says "Screw Indie Wrestling, I'm a Pro."
Yeah.
He's got Hot Dog Haskins. He's the star attraction. Mark Haskins rocks. He's got the best photo on Facebook this week. He's got an 11-month-old son, Jack.
Yeah.
And he said, "I turned my back on him and look." And there's a photograph of Mark Haskins next to a ladder. And his 11-month-old son has climbed this ladder all the way to the top. And I just went, Southside Wrestling's main event and the 25th anniversary, Haskins versus Haskins in a ladder match. And Ben went, and Ben, the promoter, said, screw the 25th, think about the 15th, the way he's going. He says, 15th anniversary show. And I went, he'll be 13 years old. And he went, if he can do that 11 months, what's he going to be like when he's 13? I thought, yeah, good point.
Yeah, true. Wow.
But just seeing this picture, I mean, if anybody gets to see it on Facebook, Mark Haskins has got these great pictures of him, and he's a great guy to talk to. If you get the chance to talk to him, he's an absolute dreamboat and dream to just talk to people. I mean, he'll talk to anybody that does it. There's another thing. Rockstar Spud's another one. He's doing good stuff in America with OVW.
Is it? Oh, good. Yeah.
The TNA. Have you heard of Rockstar Spud?
I have, yeah.
What do you think to him?
It's mental. He is mental, man. I mean, I tell you.
When he's in the British scene, when you see him in the British crowd, he's off the wall. He's absolutely...
Is he? Wow.
He is a mental case. But honestly, God, when he's out in the ring, he's the nicest guy you've ever met. Nothing's too much trouble for him. He's like... I mean, we talked to him last year after Bound for Glory, and they were just saying, what was Bound for Glory like? He went, it was crap, but I got a free ticket. Look. And he showed us the free ticket, and he went, no, I don't care, I got a freebie. Woohoo! So he was happy with that. When you look back at Rockstar Spud, and you've got all these great guys that know this stuff. Doug Williams is another one that's like, you've got all these great wrestlers that's been to America. I mean, Magnus is doing well.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
With the TNA. Mm-hmm. He split up with Mickey James this week. That was the big news with Magnus and Mickey James are no longer an item. My wife is over the moon. She worships the ground that Magnus walks.
Really? Wow.
She's off the wall. But anyway, when you think of do you think any of the current crop of British wrestlers will get to the same status as Davey Boy got? Or do you think Davey just got to his pinnacle that no one else...
I'm not really sure. I'm not sure about that.
It's just, I mean, when you think to Magnus, I mean, Magnus is only in his early 20s still.
Oh, is he? Wow.
And you think when Magnus has been out, surely you can see WWE looking over at Magnus and going...
Yeah, he's going to make a massive impact, I think,
But it's like they said, often imitated, never repeated. And I think Dave Winters in that chat room from Canada, he just said it. He's definitely hard to top Davey Boy.
Definitely is, yeah.
I don't think anybody will come it. I think it was just a case of like, he was the one person that we all saw. I mean, we all had the British guy since. I mean, William Regal. Great wrestler. Don't get me wrong. Great wrestler. The way he's been used in WWE is a travesty. But at the moment in WWE, there's a guy called Pac, Adrian Neville. That's his WWE name.
Right,
Pac is he's the guy that Gravity forgot.
Wow,
He's in the NXT thing, which apparently at the moment is rocking. There is a load of great talent. Paige, the British girl, Paige, she's in there, which is a travesty because she should be up on the main roster now.
Yeah.
You got Oliver Gray, aka Joel Redman. Thanks, Ross. And stuff. Are you watching TNA this weekend? Are you watching the Bound for Glory pay-per-view?
I might be doing, yeah. So.
But if you keep up to date with the TNA stuff, or you just wait for the pay-per-view?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm like, oh well, kind of thing, So.
What's your honest opinion at the moment of it? Because a lot of people are slating it at the moment because of what's happened over the last 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, it was last week. I've kind of seen it, and I'm like, it's not, it's not mint, but it's kind of okay, kind of thing.
Yeah, there's something there. It's just that they haven't got a clue how to use it, right?
Exactly.
I think that's the way that. I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, the Team Heel podcast, they cover it a lot better than what we can. And you've got loads of other great podcasts out there that do their work. And and stuff, and Hogan, and now Hogan's not backing it. It looks like Hogan is holding out for a good deal so he can do WrestleMania 30.
Wow. Yeah.
So he's going. It looks like he might be going back to WWE for one more thing in his to do WrestleMania. I think if it had been any other WrestleMania, I said this on another on a show on Tuesday. If it had been any other WrestleMania, Hogan wouldn't even think of doing it. There's no way in this world that Hogan would be thinking, I'm not even going to be bothered about this. But I think it's because it's WrestleMania 30, and it's the big one. And I think that because he wasn't there at WrestleMania 20 and he wasn't there at WrestleMania 10, I think he's got to be pulling at him. It's got to be something that's got to be at him. And also, if the Ultimate Warrior turns up in the Hall of Fame and stuff. How did you hear rumours that Davey was going to be put in next year from a wrestling show? Did you find out that was true?
Yeah, it's alright, it's my finger playing up again. My mic.
Right. Oh. You're doing fine, don't worry.
Okay. Somebody said about him being in the Hall of Fame, but I'm not sure if it's if it's correct on that. So.
Well, we'll keep pushing him until he's there. That is an absolute
big time. Yeah.
I mean, until that fateful announcement on a Raw that said all the way. Now, this is one thing I asked Georgia.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you because you're a fan and everything. Did it piss you off when they changed where Davey Boy come from? Because on one occasion he's from Manchester, then he's from Leeds, then he's from London.
It did, yeah. Yeah, it did.
Somebody from London, he had the best northern accent I've ever heard of my life from somebody from London.
Yeah,
it's as bad as they did
it did, actually.
It's as bad as they did it with Taker, isn't it? I mean, he's from Houston, Texas, and then he's from Death Valley.
From Death Valley and that.
Oh, mate, yeah, bring your mind up, pal. But with Davey Boy, he's from a place just outside of Warrington. Is this correct?
I believe so, yeah.
It's for once and for all, Davey Boy was born in a little place just outside Warrington. And the rumor has it when Davey was started wrestling that, well, his dad was a plumber and he went to do a job for this guy. And he says, I can't pay you because I'm skint at the moment, but have you got any kids in your house? And he said, Goldborn. That's it, Goldborn. Thank you, York God.
Yeah.
Goldborn. And Blackpool as well. And he always said that, and he said, if you've got any kids, I'll teach them to wrestle. And hence, his Davey Boy's dad said, yeah, I've got a young lad. Oh, yeah, I think, all right, fair enough. And he didn't like it. He said, I'm not going back. I'm not going back here. That's too rough for me. Yeah. And all that. And this always makes me think, if Davey's dad hadn't met this guy, Ted Bentley, and you think this person that affected so many people's lives, whether it be in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, noughties, or even now, his effect is still there. And he lives on. When you see a running power slam, when you see a person doing a standing suplex, when you see all these moves, and you go, not as good as the Bulldog, though.
Exactly.
Straight away, you look at it and you go, not as good as Davey Boy.
Exactly.
And you look at all these things, and his influence is everywhere. And you look back and you go, wow. And I'm so happy that the fact that I was born when I was, and then I saw, you could see him in the World of Sport days, and then you saw him through WWF, and then went to Japan, came back, the WWF again, and then you had that drug scandal where him and Warrior was the scapegoats, which was total bullshit. I mean, let's just make the two lads the biggest scapegoats. He went to WCW, had this thing with Sting and Vader and Sid Justice, came back to the UK to do a small tour. He went around all these little city halls and everything and being a main event. And then halfway through it, he got the call from the WWF saying, we want you to be involved in the Bret versus Owen feud. Do you want to come back? And next thing you know, you saw Bulldog at SummerSlam 94.
Yeah.
And
remember that well, yeah.
That was the first time I saw him with glasses, and I went, Bulldog wears glasses. Wow.
I know. I was surprised. I thought, wow, wow. But
I just thought I'd expected to see him with the dreadlocks and everything, and then you saw him with his big hair. Right. I think when we talk about the Bulldog and everything, there's one tag team we won't talk about when you look at the Bulldog's career and everything, really, and that's the Allied Powers.
Yeah, with Lex Luger. Yeah. Oh man.
That. I don't know who possessed it. I don't know what possessed them to make them join forces and everything. And
it was a choice.
Like, what are they doing? I think it just seemed to me that was a tag thing was like that. But then you had the heel turn because of it, because he was with Luger, and then Luger went back to WCW, and then Davey had the heel turn, and it just went from there. So, but you look at all the things that he's did, and what's your highlights of his? I mean, you've been sat in and listening to me, blah blah blah, and everybody's like that, and I'm so sorry about that.
No, it's all right.
It's what's your favourite memories of Davey, if you've got?
SummerSlam in London. You know, when he wrestled for the RC, the championship belt.
Yeah.
You know, that was massive. You know, I mean, the ovation was huge, you know.
I know. Oh, boy, do I know. I was at the back.
Oh, really? Wow.
I was there.
Yeah.
I went down as the Ultimate Warrior Bulldog fan.
Well,
I had my face painted like the Bulldog. But Ultimate Warrior style.
Yeah, it's my freaking mic again. Oh,
so don't worry about it. You're fine.
But yeah,
fine. Don't worry about it.
SummerSlam. It was like when Hogan slammed Andre. It was like that.
Yeah.
It was massive. It was, you know. So
it's when everybody looks at it and you think, yeah. Okay, that made Davey, but in some ways I think it made Bret, because Bret came back and he did champion within weeks.
Yeah.
I think it was a cracking day. Lots of arguments in the seats between Bulldog and Bret fans. Lots of arguments. I can tell you straight, there was lots of arguments. Yes. And I'm not very proud of one of my moments of Bulldog of SummerSlam, but that's over 20 years ago now, and that keeps quiet. So you've got SummerSlam. Is there any other that stand out to you and go, yeah?
Well, SummerSlam and I'm trying to think. There's quite a lot, but there's so many to choose from. SummerSlam 92, and there's I think the matches with Owen was awesome matches. You know, the styles and that. You know.
I am not spilling that story. That story stays quiet. All right, you can stop asking me in the chat room. But you're exactly right. I think. Do you think SummerSlam was made for the Bulldog? Because everybody says, oh, there's a certain type of... there's already sort of certain... No, you don't know that one, Winter. I don't think so. I think when you look back, there were certain pay-per-views that were made for superstars. And I think SummerSlam always seemed to be the one that was made for Davey, because you had...
Might have been, yeah.
I mean, in 92, you had 94, you had 97... 98, oh sorry, not 98. You had all these pay-per-views where Davey used to have the good matches. I mean, Shamrock at SummerSlam. You had, he was part of the six-man tag with Texas Tornado and the Dragon Steamboat at 91. And you had the Bulldogs versus the Rougeau brothers at SummerSlam 88, which was the very first match that happened.
Yeah.
And it always seemed to be SummerSlam. It always, I mean, we all know the Royal Rumble screw job when Shawn Michaels said he didn't put his feet on the floor and the Bulldog won. But we got that. Yes, everybody went mental. Going, the Bulldogs won. Well, I was, and then I saw Shawn Michaels hit him out, and I am not going to repeat what I said. I can still remember what I said to this day. 1995, I went schizo, and especially because my young niece was my 10-year-old niece was next to me at the time, and she was a massive Shawn Michaels fan, and so I was just like saying, and she's going, yeah, Shawn Michaels, and I'm going, fuck Shawn Michaels, go on, fucking shut it with your ass, fucking mullet wearing twat, fucking kick his ass, just shit house. I completely lost the plot. Typical Sheffield home, typical Sheffield watching a Royal Rumble, going, yeah, fucking piece of shit ass cock, and
it was a sad night.
completely losing the plot, which is the way it goes. But he always seemed to put. I think you look at Bulldog, and you always seem to like saying, if you wanted someone to have a good match, you always seem to put him with the Bulldog. And the Bulldog seemed to make him better than everything like that. And you look at all the stuff that he did, and like he made. I mean, I'm not being funny, but he made Shamrock look amazing. He's in the bird.
Yeah, he did.
Tin of dog food match. Yes, I know Sheffield rules the nose. I know it rules, but if I talk like Sheffield, as I can do, no one will understand a word I'm saying. And I swear, and I can only do Sheffield is when I go back home. And I go back home and see my family. As soon as I talk Sheffield, even my wife can't understand a word I'm saying. And that's
really
true.
Wow.
She's like, oh my God. And I'm going, what? She goes, stop talking like that. And I went, yeah, but it's how I talk. She went, you don't talk like that when you're down at my house, my place. And I went, yeah, but I'm home. This is home for me. This is Hillsborough. I'm born in Hillsborough, so this is my home. So, and he better not be a bleeding United fan in that chat room. I swear to God now, if York Pud's a United fan, he can get the fuck out of my chat room right now. I will knock him the shit out of my chat room straight away. He better not be a blade. Better not be.
Oh, wow.
Wayne and us. Boo. Shut. Leeds? What about Leeds? Get the fuck out of here, Leeds. Everybody knows about me with Leeds, and it's dirty Leeds. Dirty bleeding Leeds. Our chat room rocks. It's great on our chat room on Chat Show. But we've been. It's now 11:10. We've been going just over an hour.
Wow.
It's but
it flies. Good time.
Can you believe you've done an hour and 10 minutes already?
I can't actually. Nah, I'm a blimey. So.
But, right, this is the moment. If you want to find Team DBS on Facebook, on Twitter, on everywhere it is, let's go through the list right now so everybody knows. We've got. If you know the link for the petition, please put it in our chat room now. And if we can put it in, get more and more people to sign this, the better it is for everybody. Like I say, as soon as this show is finishing, the link is going up on the front page and everything to sign this petition. And it is staying there till he's in. That is staying on this website, and it's not leaving until he's in. It stays there. And
thank you. I appreciate that.
It's same with our Facebook, and it's same with everything else we do. Yeah, so so we'll be all fine. And it's just little things like that we can do. Yeah.
I'm going into your chat room right now.
Yeah, there's Heel Steven. He just said he's going to mention on the live podcast he does at his place in America.
Oh, thank you, Steven.
But the burps so bad. Oh God, I've only been drinking J2O. I don't drink alcohol now. I'm off alcohol.
Nah.
And I'm on this
J2O crap.
Yeah. And it's making me burp. It's just completely making me burp. And apologies for last week as well, because we tried the Uvo system, me and Nixie, and people don't get it. I was on my mobile phone. And I was literally on my mobile phone testing the system out, and we were trying to do it with a computer. And it made me sound like I was on a toilet. So that's why we didn't put it on YouTube. And, so we didn't put it on YouTube last week, but this is going on YouTube by a mile. We're having this, and we're going to put the Bulldog underneath it.
Oh, thank you.
everything we can do to this. It's been great having you on the show. We're not.
Oh, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, unless you want to go, because we're not finished.
No.
It's
I'm
nice.
loving it.
Oh, it's great stuff. Honestly, anything you need to know, if you need to come back on at any point, Michael, you're more than welcome to.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's like we said, if he's also in Hereford I think this is the 5th time we've mentioned it now. He's at Hereford next Saturday, and he's going to be meeting Georgia Smith.
Georgia, yeah.
Georgia Smith, the daughter of the Bulldog, and stuff. And excuse me, Mum, I'm sorry, but this has got to go off subject here. People have started doing this in our chat room. I have waited 6 weeks to say this. Steelers win! Steelers win! Take that! Steelers win! Fucking get in! Pittsburgh win! And who do we play this week? Fucking Ravens! You're going down, Baltimore. You're gonna get owned, you pieces of pink purple shit. Get in there. Fuck yourselves. Pittsburgh are gonna kick your ass. There we go. And I'm undefeated in the BWR Fantasy Football League, 3 in a row. Feel like getting that. So there you go. That's my little American football. And it takes the mickey because I'm a Pittsburgh fan. But it's I think when we all look back and we can, I think it's one of the things is when you see Davey Boy Smith on a video or somebody mentions his name, and
yeah. I mean, he made such a impact in the UK. I mean, it is amazing. You know,
he had such an impact on people's lives. I think when you look at all the rest, it goes, David Boy, oh yeah, Bulldog. I wore a Bulldog t-shirt, and Jay Lethal was at a show, and he just went, the British Bulldog. There you go. That the petition is in.
Yep, it's right there.
There we go. That is the British Bulldog Hall of Fame petition. Is in our chat room right there.
Also, please sign, people.
Please sign it. You're in our chat room now. And it'll take you less than 5-6 seconds to click on that and sign it. Please sign it. And if you do it, be so happy. Well, like we said, we'll put it on the front page of the website.
Oh, thank you.
There, and everything will be done. And another person's just signed it.
Signed. Brilliant.
Yeah, everybody's looked at 13,906. Really?
A lot of signatures.
1306. I'm going to say 13,906. Bloody hell, you pressed the 9 in it.
1,306, yeah.
You nearly gave this guy a heart attack then.
Woo, I tell you.
It was like, whoa, hello. Whoa.
I'm surviving.
Hey, and if Vince McMahon was listening to this and you had your chance to speak to Vince, what would you say to him?
Oh, please sign. No, I'll probably say something like, please, add him in the Hall of Fame because, it means a lot to a lot of fans, especially over here in England. So.
Dinah Smith said it best. I think Dinah Smith said it. Georgia said it best. And Harry, everybody says it the best of the way. Why he's not in it is just a travesty when you get people like Coco Beware and you've got
exactly, yeah. Oh, I know.
Donald Trump and all this. And there's all these great wrestlers that are not in the Hall of Fame. You've got tag teams like the Freebirds, and you've got tag teams like Demolition. You've got Bulldog. You've got Owen, Rick Rude. The list, Jim the Anvil. The list goes on and on and on. And one day, Vince has to answer to this. He has to say, "Look,
it's got to, yeah."
Do you know what I call it? And Warrior, I've said this, and if somebody can remember what another name of I call the WWE Hall of Fame, I've got 2 wristbands here. One is for Pixie, because I've got to send it to her. You can name what I call the WWE Hall of Fame, you will get this other wristband. Pixie, which colour was you wanting? Pink, green or orange? Because I said I was going to send you one and I forgot, and I've just remembered looking at them right now. So, there you go. If anybody can remember the name, there you go. I called it the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club.
Yeah, it's probably it's true.
You had to kiss his ass to be in the Hall of Fame.
Mm.
And orange or green, Pixie. And that's what I called it, the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club. Because literally, it's just one of them stupid choices. And I couldn't believe it. The people that's in there is shit. I mean, I'm not disrespecting to anything like that.
Yeah.
And you look at that, and it just winds you up when you see all these great people that's not in the Hall of Fame. And you look at Coco Beware, and and I keep saying Coco Beware. And that's nothing against Coco Beware, don't get me wrong. It's just the fact that when we talk about why Davey's not in, and you see these people that's in it, and you're looking, what the fuck's going on with that one? And it just gets you mad sometimes.
It does,
But everybody in that Hall of Fame deserves to be there. Don't get me wrong. There is some people that strange choices, but people do deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Apart from Edge, because he went in there. Because he went in there too soon. I'm only joking. I'm only saying it because Nixie's not here. Because if Nixie find out, Nixie would knock me senseless. Yeah. There's Macho Man, Jake the Snake, Rude, all of them there. Warrior, the Ultimate. How can you not have the Ultimate Warrior? Crazy, just doing that now. That was for Warrior.
I can just imagine.
That's just the Ultimate Warrior now. Can you imagine the Hall of Fame speech for the Warrior when he comes out on the stage? He's there and everything, and he'll just go, "Speak to me, warriors!"
The power of the Ultimate Warrior and stuff like that. Oh man, I can just imagine.
That would be.
It'll be crazy.
Yeah. So I think when you look at it, we'll hold on a second. Just
Okay.
Let's when you look, I saw Pixie's just saying to me. She's so I mean Sapphire. So yeah, I mean Dusty Rhodes is in. That's a good one. You got all these people and stuff, and you got no problem with that. It is an amazing place. And then you get the TNA Toilet of Fame. It is the Hall of Fame, but it's not like I call it. It's like the size of a toilet. But you've got Sting,
it's a small one,
and another guy that deserves to be in it. I think when you look at Sting, do you think he'll ever go to the WWE?
I don't think so. No.
You don't think there's something inside him that's saying, "Do I really want to do WrestleMania?"
Yeah. I'm not too sure about that. You see, it's Sting. I mean, he's always worked like from outside of the, from the big man. So I don't know.
If you could take any era Sting against any era Undertaker and put them together for a match, what would you have?
Eras.
I'd have the Crow from '97 for Sting.
Yes.
Crow, versus corporate Undertaker from that same time as well. Because I thought the late '90s, both of them was doing so much great stuff. I thought to have them two at that time would have been the best main event of all time, but it's never happened. And I think when you look back at Sting's career, he's got to niggle at him. It's like, ooh, do I really want to just go do WrestleMania? Then I've done it, and then I can retire and everything. And I think it'd be the perfect thing if he did WrestleMania and they put him in the Hall of Fame the day before.
Yeah.
But we know how to work.
I mean, I think it will be a dream match for sure. Sting and the Undertaker. But maybe, but I'm not sure.
I think Sting's gonna be. We know his contract's coming up. That's the one where we do know his contract's coming up in very, very shortly.
Yeah.
So I think if Dixie's not been crapping herself about the cutbacks and everything that she's been doing over the last 4 or 5 months, she should be crapping herself now. Because if she loses Sting, then she's just left with Kurt and there's a few other Samoa Joe.
Exactly, yeah.
And TNA need to rebuild again. And if they do it for the better, great stuff, fair play to them. But they've got to do it with the right guys. They can't just do it with anybody out there and say, oh, yeah, he'll make a good star. We'll put him in it. Don't fill it with just the X Division guys. You've got to put guys in there like that. If it means putting Nigel McGuinness as a manager or something like that, I'll bring Desmond Wolfe back into it, even not in the ring. Or putting that. I'd watch Desmond Wolfe any day of the week. Loved it to bits with that. But it's TNA. We don't know how they think behind the scenes. And it hurts because TNA, we need TNA to survive. We need TNA to push WWE with the wrestling.
We do, yeah.
And Ring of Honor, I always call it, I call Ring of Honor now number 2. TNA for me have gone down to 3. I think Ring of Honor is number 2 because Ring of Honor have got some great guys. Their tag team's going mental. You've got the Outlaws Inc., you've got the Briscoes, you've got the Unbreakable effing Machines. There's so many great stuff in that Ring of Honor.
Some talents, yeah.
And you got Kevin Steen, you got Davey Richards. Now I've got a story about Davey Richards.
Okay.
Sorry about this. Sorry.
No.
On Sunday, we had an exclusive announcement by Davey Richards in the ring at Southside. Now, if you was there, you know exactly what he said. But we heard it from the mouth himself. Right? This is actually from Ring of Honor. Oh, sorry. Do apologize, Mr. Cage. Well, he didn't show up anyway. So, he didn't show up anyway, so we didn't care. Well, what he's saying is, Davey Richards said in the ring, he was saying after the match with Project Ego, and it was him and Michael Eglin in the ring, and he was saying about he doesn't know exactly what is going to happen, whether he stays in Ring of Honor or he goes to the big money in the WWE. He actually said he didn't know whether he's going to the WWE. So we got it. It was like they're going, oh, hello, hold on, we got an exclusive here. So there we had this little thing that Davey Richards might be thinking of doing to the WWE. We heard it from his mouth himself.
Major news. Yeah.
Major news. So don't be surprised. I think the worst thing is, would WWE use Davey Richards? It's crazy.
Good question.
Eglin and Rich, and it was like, I think, what's his name going to be? What's his stupid name going to be? And stuff. But if Davey Richards does go to WWE, who knows what happens? But I think it'll be an amazing night. Davey Richards, if you get to see him wrestle, go. He's worth the admission fee alone. Amazing wrestler. Honest to God, cracking guy. And I owe him a T-shirt. I've got to buy a T-shirt off him next week at Southside. I said to him, I'll buy a T-shirt. He goes, you better. I'll remember you. So I'll come to you next week. All right. I'm having a conversation here with the Ring of Honor champion. I'm like, hold on a minute. This does not happen here. It's the things with the British scene. It's like you get all these guys and like, hold on a minute. I'm having a conversation here with Rockstar Spud. But conversations with all these other guys. I'm like, whoa, hold on a minute. What's happened here? And Bully Ray steals, and this is not bullshit, right? Bully Ray has stolen Styx's gimmick from the British wrestling because he's got a chain round his neck from now on. And there is only one person that has a chain round his neck, and that is the man himself, the House of Heavyweight, House of Pain, Styx. Styx is amazing guy over here. He's absolutely top wrestler and top class, and he's a very funny guy. And if you ever get a chance to see him, he's hilarious. And congratulations, Paul, on the announcement of your marriage and also on the announcement that you're going to be a daddy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But Styx is better. Styx is better than Anders. So I think what we're going to do is, I'm going to let you disappear, mate, because I think keeping you on for about 90 minutes is more than enough on your first one.
I'll be
your first ever interview on here. It's been amazing. And it's like we said, it's been an absolute pleasure for me. And the last thing is, if you come up to Sheffield, I might bring the British Bulldog DVDs with me, so you can see that box set I bought.
Oh, brilliant.
And I had to even tell you where I got it from.
Oh, awesome, man.
It was £40. That's all I'm saying. It was £40 for 37 DVDs.
Wow, that's pretty good. Wow, yeah.
And so, honest to God, and if you're a Bulldog fan, you need that collection. I swear you need that collection in your life. And it's been an amazing. And everyone in our chat room saying thank you for coming on. And I'm just going to say it personally.
Thank you, buddy.
This guy deserves every accolade, everything going from start to finish. He's like he says, he spends 6 hours a day doing this petition for Davey Boy Smith. If there's anybody that puts in the dedication that this guy's done, Davey Boy Smith will be in the Hall of Fame on Sunday. This guy is an amazing, amazing individual. He's doing all the best he can. We'll give him as much help as he needs to. I'll go around the British wrestling sites and myself and see if they can help out. I'll get in contact with the guys in Sheffield and see what they can do. And we'll get everything going. But an amazing night. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael.
Oh, it's been a pleasure.
And good luck with everything else with Team DBS and the website.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a website, isn't there? teamdbs.com, is it?
Yeah, but at the moment it's kind of playing up, so
so
sort it out, kind of thing, you know. So.
Yeah, GoDaddy.com gives you decent web addresses for $6.99 for the year. It's great.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cheers for that. Yeah. Cheers.
It's where we got this one from. The website designer's greasy as anything. So basically, thank you so much, Michael, for coming on the show. Have a great time next week at Everford.
Oh, thank you. Same to you.
And I'll be laughing no matter what. I've always loved my wrestling. And next time we talk to each other, hopefully we're announcing that Davey's in the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, big time, yeah. Big time.
My man. Thank you so much once again for coming on the show.
Cheers.
Thank you. You take care of yourself.
Thank you. Same to you. See you. Bye.
Bye, mate. Bye-bye. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is, what can I say? Oh, he's still here, look. He's still here. Oh. Nice picture, by the way, Michael. Hello? Where's he gone? Oh. And there we go. He's gone. Yeah, he was trying to get his mic. He forgot he still was on the call. I wanted that kid on for ages. That was his first interview he's ever done, so he was so nervous before it, but absolutely top notch. Right, thank you so much to people that's joined our chat room that's never been before, like the True Yorkie Pud and all the other guys that's been in our chat room this week. Thank you so much for joining us on a Friday night, and I know you got busy lives and everything like that and stuff. Now I've got to get someone else in here. All right, and hopefully this doesn't mess up now. And stuff, but we'll see. Oh God, right. But hope everyone's had a nice time at bwrradio.com and in our chat room and everything like that. And to be honest, Joe, I'm just proud that he's done Team DBS, and I'm just very, very proud of every single person involved with that. It's an amazing chat room. It's an amazing place. They've done an absolute blast. Hello, Pixie. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Right, come on then. Give us your exclusive announcements.
Basically, on March 30th, ICW are taking over the ABC in Glasgow again. And their special guests will be Brian Kendrick, Paul London, and Sabu's coming back.
So Sabu, and we've got the former WWE Tag Team Champions.
Yep.
Oh, so there you go. You heard it live on British Wrestling Radio.
And tickets are selling fast already.
Ah, so the tickets nearly gone?
I don't think they're nearly gone, but they went on sale on Thursday, I think it was, and they're doing well, put it that way.
So Jack Jester's the champion of ICW now, is it?
Jester's yep, he's the ICW heavyweight champion.
How was it?
It was amazing. It's like, I had to, like, obviously, because I work for ICW now, I had to write up, like, the sort of articles. I did get a heads up beforehand, so I knew, but I still marked out, like, no one's business.
Yeah. Warrior wants, are they teaming? Are the what Paul London? Are Paul London and Kendrick?
We don't know. I think they will be. We reckon they're going to be against the Bucky Boys.
The Bucky Boys from your Mars We Back Passage. Did they still say that? Did they still say that? Or
they change up what they say like every time, so they probably only said that the once.
Oh. I was just I still think I was shocked. Which colour do you want for your wristband? Orange or green?
Green.
Green, right. Can you send me your address again? Because I've lost it.
No.
I'm sorry it's been so long. I am going to post tomorrow, and this is going to shock people in our chat room. I'm going to post everybody's stuff that I owe him. I'm going to post it tomorrow. So then it's all done and dusted, once and for all. I've got to find out exactly what people's bought off me, but I've got to go through everything like that, and then we'll be fine and dandy. And then I'm going to post everything out tomorrow, and then I'm going to be skint forever because I've got an Xbox One to save for.
The other thing was on last Sunday at Fear and Loathing 6, Bret Noir and Viper took on the team of Carmel and Kaylee Ray. Who obviously they had the huge big feud, and Carmel started basically being Carmel in the middle of the match, and Kaylee slapped her and went to go for her with a belt. Carmel ducked and she hit Bret Noir, but Bret Noir didn't get her hands up in time, and she literally hit her.
Jesus.
So Bret Noir physically got the imprint of the women's title on her forehead. And I was like, Jesus. Also, ICW are releasing a 2-disc DVD soon. Don't know when it is, but soon. Which will include Terminator 2 Judgment Day and something about Mary Hill.
Oh, I'm having that. I'm having a DVD. I don't care how long it takes to get me. I'm having a DVD.
They're going to be announcing soon ICW On Demand, which will be like a sort of monthly payment service thing, and you'll basically have access to all the shows that have ever been filmed. So from years back as well.
So Mr. Dallas is taking it forward very, very well.
As Rhino said, ICW is where it's at just now, and ICW is the future.
And happy birthday to ICW, because they were 7 years old last week.
7 on Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, 7 years old. Wow. It's got to be one of the best 7 years I think anyone's ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, basically what happened was Mark Dallas took his dream, and he was told all on the way that he would never get anywhere with it. And look where he is now. Yeah, exactly. He's pulling easily 1,000 people per show.
When you got people like Lionheart that are saying stuff like, he's got people instead of wrestling. He's asking.
Came back on Sunday.
Yeah, and he said, did he? Ooh.
Yeah, he basically the NAK were set to take on Wolfgang after they knocked down Grado and at the Clydeside of Glasgow with their car and basically beat up Mark Dallas and the Wee Man.
Yeah.
And then it was basically Wolfgang wanted his revenge, and he's like, but he hadn't come alone, and they brought out Lionheart, and then basically Mark Dallas hadn't sanctioned the match, and he came out and he's like, I'm gonna have to sanction this, but I can't have it 3-on-2. So we basically said, look, this guy's turned up, I can't stand the guy, but the news, I've given him his job back, and Red Lightning came out as well. Oh. So it was basically the NAK versus the Gold Label.
Nice, get in. So I think when everybody says about ICW, Lionheart said it on a Facebook this week. He says most promoters are asking wrestlers to come on the show. He says, but ICW have got wrestlers begging them to come on to ICW. He says when you've got that, that's something special.
Yeah.
And what can we say? An amazing promotion.
Oh, also. Rhino did hit a double gore on James Scott and Jimmy Havoc through a table. So yeah.
And people say
it's boring. Amazing night. It was an amazing night.
Did you lose your voice?
I did, and I did it all on a broken ankle. I've got 2 broken bones in my foot, which I did.
What?
2 hours before the event started. I refused to go to hospital because I'd missed the event.
You broke your ankle 2 hours before the event?
Yeah, and it didn't stop me. I still went.
Oh, hardcore. This bitch is hardcore. This bitch is hardcore. Get in there. That's going to be the chant of all time.
I wasn't missing ICW for anything. And then I went on holiday for 2 hours after the show finished. I drove down to England and I only got back this morning.
Oh my God! How's the ankle?
It's fine. I'm working on it. It's nothing.
It's nothing. You broke your ankle and it's nothing. Oh, it's only a scratch. Don't worry about it. It's only a scratch.
Yeah. It clicks when I walk, but it's fine.
Oh. Hey,
Oh
Vince,
my God,
I'm
there's
not
an ambulance sitting outside my house.
Vinnie Mac. There's a female here that would kick everybody's ass in bloody WWE at the moment, and she'll work through anything. She's working with a broken ankle, for God's sake. Dear me.
Yeah, as Winters just said, it's only a flesh wound.
Oh, it's only a flesh wound.
It's fine.
Amazing.
But no, I'm super happy. And Bad Mikey Whiplash is back. You know, like the evil one with the face paint and stuff.
Yep, I remember.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's happening. I'm definitely going to invest in the DVD now. You've just
You should all be there on March 30th. By the way, I'm not even taking any excuses anymore. You got plenty of time to plan.
Well, we've got the BWR weekend at the start of February and the beginning of March. So, or the end of February. So, 28th to the 2nd. So, I think I've got about 3 weeks. I've got a payday in between that. So, yeah, I might come up. I'll see.
Yeah, all being well, I should be in Preston that weekend.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to let you go because if you've got an ankle and everything, and I can hear your little friends in the background. So I'm going to
one's awake screaming from its bedroom, the other one's trying to take over my laptop. It's fantastic. And I have a review to write because I've been on holiday. Oh, good. But yeah, I'm all excited now.
Come on then, where do you write now? Come on, you can do some little self-promotion now. Is it still Wrestle Ropes?
I write for Wrestle Ropes. I write for the official ICW website, which you can check out at www.insanewrestling.co.uk. The Lockup.
Yep.
And
everybody writes for the Lockup now. Everybody writes for him.
You're not as good as me.
Nah.
I'm totally joking.
It's a good job they're not in our chat room. It's a good job in it. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know.
All right. Anyway.
But yeah, that's
Facebook. You got WrestleRopes.co.uk. Or is it WrestleRopes.wordpress.com?
WrestleRopesUK.wordpress.com.
Right.
InsaneWrestling.co.uk.
Lockup
and
Wrestling.
Whatever the lockup one is.
LockupWrestling.wordpress.com. Yep, got them. Everybody gets a WordPress in it because it's free.
Yeah. Even my little fake person had a WordPress account, which made it even easier to take it down.
Stupid. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We've got to now just do the £6.99. GoDaddy.com. £6.99 for the year, and you get a great .com web address. That's the best thing. Yeah. I've just given GoDaddy more mentions than I've ever done before, so they can add it. They've had enough now. And I turned mine pink for this month, so that took about 10 seconds to do. Easy. So,
and it looks awesome, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be changed back at end of October. We've got one more week with it, and then that's it. I just sat one night and went, why not? Bang! It just came up, the design. I went, screw it, let's do it pink. And somebody went, oh, there's too much pink in it. And I went, that's the point.
It's for cancer awareness.
You
Shut up.
Shit. It's I've got an announcement to make here soon. And okay, Pixie, love you and leave you.
Also one more. In Edinburgh, obviously I'm not expecting anyone to go because it's on the 3rd of November, which is really soon. Yep. Kaylee Ray is taking on Mickey Whiplash.
Oh.
And Jack Jester's face just went through.
Oh
for the title.
God.
You remember that?
Wrestling fan, go to Scotland. Go to Scotland.
Yeah, ICW is where it's at right now.
Definitely.
But at the same time, you've got to give props to all the other promotions in the UK because...
you've got to... There's SWA, there's PBW, there's Scottish Wrestling Alliance, there's all these...
down south, there's Southside Progress and all that. If it wasn't for Progress, we wouldn't have Jeremy Havoc.
Progress,
and to be fair, there's worse things in the world than Jimmy Havoc. Let's face it.
Yeah. If anybody doesn't know about Progress, they announce their shows and within 45 minutes they're sold out. That's how good Progress is. So that gives you an idea of what Progress Wrestling is all about. Yeah. But it's a pleasure as always, Pixie. Yep. Which colour did you say? Green or orange? I forgot.
Green.
Green, fair enough. Right, Pixie's one. Right, I've got an orange one to give away. Right, oh no, I haven't because I gave it. I can bug for it. Anyway, see you again soon, Pixie, and take care of yourself. Bye bye. There you go, Pixie, our exclusive people that's doing About Thing. Right, a few more announcements we're going to make before we disappear. It is now 20 to midnight, and I am going to go to bed in a bit because I am knackered. First of all, Movember. People in Britain and around the world, we grow a Mo for Movember. Now, I'm going to get a prize from the anniversary show of Southside. And for the person that grows the best Mo in the wrestling style, so you could have any wrestler, as long as it's got a Mo involved, so it could be a Cody Rhodes tash, it could be a Triple H handlebar Lemmy, it could be the Lemmy tash that Triple H used to have. You can have anything you want. You can have the Daniel Bryan goat faced. You can have anything you want. If you grow one and you show the pictures up at the start of the month and you show us that you're clean shaven, and then at the November the 30th, we see the one, and if you've already got a Jim the Anvil goatee, you've got a clean shaven, they're the rules, and you've already got to do it, and then we'll see what happens at the end of the month. The best wrestling Mo of the lot. We'll see how it goes, okay? The Bray Wyatt. Shit, okay. Right. Also, if anybody wants to take part in our thing we've got now, we've got for you now a little competition. This is called F&E. Very simply, we said this, me and Nixie were going to do this competition called the F&E. Very simply, starting next week, because literally I can't do it because I've got no information in front of me, so I might get them wrong. Right. Very simply, this competition that starts next week is going to be an F&E. What it is, we're going to name 5 wrestling superstars. In the 5 wrestling superstars, you have to tell us whether they made their debut in the WWF or the WWE. That's the thing. And we're not having all these multiple characters like William Regal and Steven Regal or Kane and Isaac Yankem and all this. The one that they're famous for. Okay, when was they like? William Regal, John Cena, the whole bunch. Did they make their debuts in the WWF or did they make their debut in the WWE? That's the thing you got to look at. The exact date of the chant was May the 6th, 2002. Okay? That's the place to go for, all right? Now, if Ollie's about, because I know Ollie wanted to come on here. This has been crazy tonight. Ollie, are you ready? If you want to come on here, mate, let's get you on here. Let's see if Ollie wants to come on here. Nope. No, don't matter. Right, fair enough. Not to worry. Anyway. Yeah. So we're just going to have a bit of fun and then games and stuff like that. It's like I said, everything's going to be happening next week. Nixie should be back. Oh, is that Ollie?
Hello, good evening. Good evening, British wrestling radio viewers. It is me, Ollie. How you doing?
Yeah, this is awesome.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. You all right?
I am very well.
Right, for those last Sunday, Ollie was the first person that started chanting, "This is awesome," at a match involving Zack Sabre versus Kabishi, wasn't it? Kenbai. Sorry, I keep messing. I'm shit with names. What can I say? I'm telling shit with names and everything. Now, you've been asking to come on this for a few weeks now, haven't you? You've been wanting to come on there and everything. So how you been?
I am really well, mate. It was really nice to catch up with you last Sunday. It was nice to see you all kitted out in your Steeler gear. Of course, go Steelers. Yeah, mate.
No, Steelers gear was other way. I was in my England rugby gear this week. I was freezing. That was freezing. It was terrible. I mean, but Southside nailed it out of the park, didn't they? I think.
Oh, mate, didn't they just? Oh, wow. That venue is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, this was my first Southside show, not in Nottingham, so I was very much blown away. Everything was done very, very good. It felt like what they were putting over was just like, it felt like a bigger deal in that venue. Don't get me wrong, Southside do an absolutely tremendous job anyway, but in that venue, it just made it all seem so much, I don't know, made it feel like a larger thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Are you coming next week to the anniversary one?
I'm not. I wasn't able to get it off with work. Obviously, I have to put them off in a request book, so obviously I wasn't able to too many people, but I'm jealous to everybody that is going. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all going. I think there's a lot of us that are going. I could only get general seating, but to be honest, truth, when you're at a Southside show and it's at St. Neots, whatever you sit, it's still going to be one of the best you're going to see, no matter where it is.
Oh yeah, without doubt. I was just going to say, I loved Davey and Ligero. I was just saying, I think those two put on an absolute clinic, absolutely tremendous.
I've got to tell everybody a funny story about you on Sunday, and right, this involved Ollie and Gavin. This was hilarious. It came to the meet and greet, and we're all there waiting on, and all of a sudden there was this gap appeared, and you could see Chris Travis, Martin Kirby, Mark Haskins, Robbie X, all in a row. Zack Sabre Jr., Dean Allmark, all these people in a row, just waiting for people to sign. And all of a sudden we're going, who's at the front? And it was you and Gavin. Looks like Pope was signing about 40 things. And even the Pope said when you two went away, he went, damn, they had shit to sign. They had everything. And Travis is looking at him going, yeah, that's Gavin for you. And I just went, he's got nothing to do with Gavin. He's bleeding Ollie as well.
Yeah, well, kind of Trav was doing bloody wheelie. Well, sorry, Trav, sorry, wrong. Pope was basically like, he had the Pope fund, didn't he? And you had to basically give him a bit of money because he was just trying to get a few extra autograph money and stuff. But yeah, Pope was nice, and Ultimo Dragon was nice, and everyone was nice. It was nice to catch up with everybody. And nice
you pushed in front of me, you fucker. You came in after me, and you pushed in front of me. I went, how the bleeding hell did this happen? I've got 3 posters. I was signing it for me, Ross, and Ross as me. I'm there with 3 posters, and you walk in with the entire encyclopedia of British bleeding wrestling, of all the imports and stuff, and I'm like, bloody hell. You were crazy.
What was your favourite match of this show then, Dino?
I loved the Travis, Kirby, and the Unbreakable Effing Wolves. I loved that one. When Travis came out and slipped, I was sat with the Brit guys, and I was rolling. We was crying our eyes out just because he came down with a cone and he put it there, wet floor. I just couldn't believe it. He did it. It was just classic Travis. It was classic Travis. But Eglin's a beast. If you ever see this guy work, he picked up Kirby on his front, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. He put Travis on his back, and then he did. Oh my God!
Yeah, it was. I mean, Elgin was absolutely tremendous. I remember when Davey said at the end of the match, this guy is definitely the future of independent wrestling, even when Davey Richards is long gone or whatever Davey Richards is going to do next. Elgin is really that top name now in the independents that is a bloody workhorse.
I even said it to him last year. I says, thank you for coming to my hometown, the pair of you last year. And Davey Richards went, yeah, I says Huntingdon. And he went, oh yeah, versus Sticks. And I went, yeah, that was it. And Eglin says, oh, I versed Max Angeles, didn't I? Versus Max. And I went, yes, you did. He went, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, he says, the venue with the small roof. I went, yeah, that's it. So I was laughing, but it's nice to know when people remember exactly where you saw them. They go, yeah, I remember that match.
It is nice.
Great. And I've got to buy a T-shirt off Richards next week. I've promised it him.
I recommend you pick up his Inside the Wolf's Lair, an audience with Davey Richards. I bought one there and then. It was like £10, but I believe it was shot it was shot last week actually from somewhere in Manchester, when he did like a sit down kind of thing, and he was just had like people asking him questions and stuff. But it's really good. It's like 2.5 hours long. It's really good for any wrestling fans in our chat room or anywhere really. It's really good to check out for the fans.
Yeah, we've got Eglin versus Noam Dar tomorrow.
Elgin, not Eglin, Elgin.
Elgin. I keep saying Eglin, don't I? I'm fucking dick. It's Elgin, fucking dick. Right. Sorry, Michael. I apologise profusely. I'm thick as shit, as always. Eggland. Who the fucking knows Eggland? What all about? Fucking thing.
But yeah, man. It's, am I all right to plug anything here, or
you can plug as much as you want, mate, within reason.
It's only just that it is Friday night, and of course, with you having British Wrestling Radio, normally the new Gorilla Report normally goes up just after you finish, but Yeah, the latest edition of the Gorilla Report is online. If you go to www.youtube.com/Total Nonstop Attitude, and it is with former WWE, former TNA, New Japan Pro Wrestling star Lance Hoyt. He is on the show this week, so got quite a lot to look forward to.
Yep, there you go. That's only one plug. Some people come on here and plug their bloody lives away when they go YouTube and stuff in. Now, for those who don't know, if you look at Ollie's webpage, if he looks at his YouTube, he's got a very, very old video that involves a very, very old friend of ours called Gavin. And because Gavin's not in here, and he'll listen to this on the playback, which I'm going to put on YouTube eventually. And there is a video of Gavin with a shaved head and his little goatee beard and his little Stone Cold Steve Austin look. And he looks fucking hilarious, honest to God. What?
Is it the Myth, the Legend video?
Yeah, that's it. I think he was doing some stuff on it, and you're meeting up with him. And I had to look twice, and I went, "Is that Gavin?" And the only reason I knew it was Gavin was because of his glasses. And he's going, "Oh, you know that," and he's meeting all these people, and I'm like, "Oh my God, it is Gavin!" And he's got a completely shaved head, and he's got this little goatee beard, and I'm like, "He's trying to be Steve fucking Austin here. What's going on here?" What? And
what? My imports? What?
What?
Ready imports on this Brit show? What?
But I just like it was great to see the pair of you on Sunday. It really is. He's a good lad, Gav. He does the thing. He puts his foot in his mouth sometimes, but he speaks with his heart on his sleeve, and he always thinks the world's against him, which it is. Yeah. And do you know Andre Corby? Is it? Andre
Corbiel.
Yeah.
Yes,
he had a sign. There was a sign on him on TNA last night. There's a sign that said his name. I saw it just when AJ Styles was coming out for the contract signing.
Oh, wow.
And as you look, and he looks on the ramp, and as you look at the ramp with the camera, he's on the right-hand side, not the left-hand side. But if they're walking down the ramp, it's on the left-hand side as the wrestlers are walking. But you do see his name in the crowd, and he's got a sign up there. So,
very cool.
Andre, you've made it, sunshine. You've made it.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'll have to check out. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still hoping that somebody at TNA thing next year might take a BWR sign. It'll be hilarious.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I can't see that happening.
Sorry, I was just going to say, are you doing the Southside Super Show in a couple of weeks?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I really, really, really can't go. I've got my wife's going in hospital.
Oh yes.
And she's going to be convalescing and everything, and she's going to hospital around that time, so I can't go.
Oh no!
I am gutted. I am absolutely gutted to the end of the earth that I can't go.
Don't worry, mate. You got to do what you got to do. Comes first.
I've got to see Ben and everything. I'm sorry, but I'm going to make up for it because I'm going to be dragging so many people up to the March the 2nd one for the Super Show, because we're going to have the BWR takeover up there. The BWR takeover weekend. Friday night's Preston. Yeah. Saturday, London, which may involve going to the Takeover radio show studios and taking over their radio show, and then Sunday all the way up to Nottingham and doing the Southside Wrestling one.
Well, I'm sure I'll be up at the Super Show in Knots anyway. I'll be there, so yeah.
But I'm dragging Nixie to PCW, and there's a few other people that know that going to come. So
she's at Alder Bridge tonight. I went there the other week to see Alder Bridge. Yeah. She's down Alder Bridge, yeah. Shinedown and Hellstorm, I believe.
Yep. She's got a right taste in music, but it's crap. It's crap because she's into Bleeding Green Day, for Christ's sake.
There's nothing wrong with Green Day.
Nothing bleeding right with them either. But anyway, thanks a lot for coming on, Ollie, mate. It's been a pleasure as always.
Hey, no worries, mate. Always.
All right, you take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself.
Bye-bye, mate.
Bye-bye, mate.
There you go. The fastest rising podcast at the moment on YouTube is the Gorilla Report. It's doing some great things and everything. And stuff, but now I've just got to check if I can see it on my little notebook here, if any questions has been asked, because I've just got to get these. I'm going to see if we can get some. If we've got any left any questions. If not, if anybody wants to do the, if there is anyone out there that wants to ring in while they've got a chance, come on, ring me through Skype and just chat. We've got a couple of minutes before we go. I'm going to say this last week. Southside Wrestling on Sunday. was an amazing start from start to finish, but it was missing one guy. And we miss him. And Harvey, you know what I'm talking about. Dale, you know what I'm talking about. It's you. I know you're going to be there next week, but you was so missed last Sunday by so many of us. It just wasn't the same without you. And I'm being serious, mate. Everybody in British wrestling, I think, said the same way. We missed you last week. And I can't wait to see you next week, Cock. Really can't. We miss you, mate. A lot of people love you. A lot of people do. You know, you have such a laugh with you. But we'll see you next week, my man. And you take care and get your head around it and everything like that you need to do. And we want the tassels back. Okay? I want the tassels back. There you go. I'm saying that's my little personal thing to Harvey that I said. But there we go. Anyway, because I can't see the questions, in fact, give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute of your time. I will grab my phone and I'll see if there's any questions to finish. I'll be 1 second. And we are back, and I'll edit that out so everybody's all and oh yeah, if you're wondering about that, go live in an hour and stuff, so yeah, can go and everything, and Team Heel podcast and everything. Nixie's just messaged me. She just says I'm going to have a sore neck tomorrow. All right, I'll just have a look, quickly have a look at her page and stuff. I've got 11 notifications. She's gonna have a sore page. She's got a sore neck. She's only in her bleeding 20s. I've been headbanging in my fucking 40s, for Christ's sake, and she's bleeding complaining about doing it in her 20s. Bleeding tart. What can I say? I did not say that, did I? Oh, no questions. Hey, that's what I like to see. We've put on the Bulldog Hall of Fames on the website. Everything we can do. Major thank you to every single person that's been with us over the last couple of weeks. Thank you. UFC 166 tomorrow night. Junior Santos versus Cain Velasquez. And I'm going to go with Cain. I think I'm going to go with Cain for that UFC one. And Roy Nelson is taking on... I'm going to go for Big Country anyway. I'm going to go with Roy Nelson. So them's my two. Yep, tomorrow night. So, tomorrow night, BT Sport. BT Sport, definitely. And I'll be watching that. So, anyway. Oh, hello. Hello, Mr. Heel Stephen.
How you doing?
How are you, sir? You all right?
Yeah. Just happy that you made the right choice with Velasquez.
Yeah, what do you think?
It's going to be a close fight, the third time now, and honestly, it could go either way, but I'm going with Cain in this one.
Yeah, so it looks like it's a good card for once. I mean, I forgot some of them off the top of my head, but it really looks as though it's going to be a good start to finish. So, UFC and everything. Yeah. So, that looks as though going to be a crack one. So,
can't wait though. I mean, it's going down. Then Sunday you got Bound for Glory. I mean,
oh yeah, Bound for Glory this weekend. I forgot about that.
yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I'm just going to take it as I find it.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah, what else can we do? It's nothing else. I think TNA's got to start something.
I think honestly though, with TNA, like, if you look what Battleground did, literally WWE right now is down for the punch. And if you're TNA, you just gotta go in for the knockout.
Yeah.
You know? I said it before on video, you know, Bound for Glory will answer a lot of questions and where did this company stand?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think this is the one where I think everybody tonight, I think when they see on Sunday night, they'll actually know where TNA is going to stand. The Ultimate X match looks off the wall with the people that's involved in that match. Aries, Hardy, Saban, Joe, and I forgot what the one. Manic, yeah, that's it.
DJ Perkins.
It's just absolutely top class, everybody from start to finish.
That's probably going to be the show stealer, in my opinion.
Yeah, I believe that will be as well. And so,
even though there should be Kenny King in that match, but I don't know why he's not in that match. But he should be, though.
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be. I'm just going to watch it, and
yeah, me too. I'm watching it, see what happens from it. I'm hoping it's a good show. I'm hoping it really is.
Yeah.
Because the last thing you want to have is a disaster, and then everyone once again going at Dixie Carter.
Yeah. Oh, I think Team Dixie Train and all this, and I think it's best if she just stays behind the curtain now.
I'm not gonna lie, it actually grown on me now. It did. It actually did grow on me. Yeah, like it's like when you watch something on TV for such a long time, eventually it'll rub on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I get you. Anyway, I'm sorry, mate. I'm just gonna have to cut you off short, mate. But
okay.
Where's your podcast on and everything like that? Is that tonight?
Yeah, tonight, literally in 59 minutes. YouTube.com/Team Heel Podcast.
Right, there you go. There's another podcast to listen to tonight. Have a great time. Have a great weekend with UFC and Bound for Glory, sir.
You too, amigo.
All right, mate, and we'll speak again soon. Okay, mate? All right.
Go Giants!
Yeah, you old giant shush, man. So sick.
Just kidding.
All right, take
My
care.
cousin.
Yeah, go Giants. How dare he mention another wrestling... How many dare mention another American football team on this show except for the ding. But, yeah. Anyway, that is it for this evening. I hope everybody's enjoyed themselves and had a good time tonight. I know I have. I know I've had a cracking time. And thanks very much to Michael Finney. Thanks to a lot of people that's joined us tonight. Ollie, Pixie, Stephen, Michael Finney, the guy, the driving force behind the guy to get the Bulldog in the Hall of Fame. An absolute pleasure to have him on. What can I say? He's an absolute top class guy. Thanks to every single person for joining us. I hope you've had a real cool night. I have had a blast. We'll get Nixie back next week. And we'll see you all again next Friday at 11 p.m. for British Wrestling Radio with Dean Mitchell and Nixie Newman. And there is only one possible way we can finish this. Only one way. I'm going to leave it in the hands of this person. So I will say... Excuse me a sec. You know, I always get spoiled and surprised, don't you? Right. Anyway, start that again. So, take care, everyone, in our chat room. Nick Mason, everything like, and I hope everybody has a great time. And enjoy, have a good weekend. Yeah. And thanks, everyone. And I will see you again next week. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.